Live from downtown Detroit, Local 4 News at 11 starts now.
Chaos in a grocery store parking lot when a carjacker loses control and takes out other cars and shopping carts.
Rideshare regulations. Uber and Lyft now forced to play by the same rules as taxis and limousines. What does that mean for users?
But first, 9 hours into a standoff with police, a man who pointed a long gun at officers surrendered just moments ago. Thanks for being with us. It all started with bailiffs knocking on his door to serve him eviction papers at the home where he's lived for 50 years.
67-year-old man was shot after pointing a gun at police. Mara McDonald's been live at the scene tonight. Let's get back to her. Police waited it out. It's finally over.
It sure is, Devin, and it's a little hectic out here, but let me take you through it. Over there, the Mobile Police Command Unit. Over here, you can see we've got squad cars congregating down here. And over here, do you see the large tactical vehicle there with its running lights on? That thing showed up about 10 minutes ago, and that's when things really started to break out here. Detroit Police confirming for us that the man who has kept them at bay for the last 9 hours finally walked out on his own steam, surrendered, came out of the van he was hiding in, turned over the 2 guns he had on him and went into police custody. Here is the situation. This all started around 2 o'clock this afternoon when bailiffs went to this 67-year-old man's house on Wheelock to serve him with eviction papers. So the bailiffs go to the door. He knows they're bailiffs and yet calls 911 and tells police someone is trying to rob him. So police respond to the scene. Detroit officers size up what's going on. They go to the door and he pulls a gun on them. One Detroit police officer then fires at him a round that hits him in the rear end, and he takes off running. He runs into his backyard, barricades himself with 2 firearms inside of a van where he has kept police all these hours. Now, Detroit police told us earlier, they said we're going to wait it out. They have kept him on and off the phone with their negotiator, and Commander Elvin Barron filled us in on how it all went down just moments ago. Take a listen.
And the negotiations were up and down, as you can imagine. There's times he was talking about coming out, he changed his mind, but through it all, our negotiators stuck with him and were able to get him to come out without incident as he left the 2 weapons in the vehicle and came out with his hands up, and we had a peaceful resolution.
Back here live, Detroit police confirming for us that he is on the way to the hospital right now. They also told him that they would do everything they could to try and help him stay in his home, although neighbors are telling us that it should not have been a surprise that eviction papers were coming. Apparently the house is falling in on itself. It has not had utilities for quite some time, and there have been issues over there. So they've got him. He is at the hospital, and I asked Commander Barron, I said, were you ever concerned that he wanted to kill himself, or that's how this was going to end? And he said, you know, no. He told us that he wanted to live, he wanted his house, and more importantly, he didn't want to leave his granddaughter behind. So quite frankly, the best possible outcome tonight. Everybody's okay, and he has walked out on his own steam. Devin, Kimberly, back to you.
Mara reporting for us in Southwest Detroit. Thanks. Chaos at a local Meijer when a carjacker loses control and crashes. Tim Pamplin was at the scene with a night cam.
This carjacking taking place in the Meijer's parking lot. Well, the attempted carjacking. The criminal kicks the woman out of her car, then pandemonium ensues. Almost like a demolition derby. That's Don Michelin, said he was just loading up the groceries in his car when the Yukon starts barreling towards him through the cart corral and then careening into 6 vehicles, sending shoppers running for their lives.
Oh my gosh.
The carjacker then stops the vehicle, revs up the engine, and plowed through what was a very small opening next to my car, hitting my car, slamming it into the white van next to me. After he gets immobilized by, well, a shopping cart, he hops out, this Yukon, angrier than a wet hen, dashes back into the Meijer's. That's where loss prevention officers were waiting for him. You see, I'm being told he was shoplifting, he was trying to make a quick getaway. Didn't quite work out for him. He's in custody. Fortunately, no injuries to report down here. But again, 6 vehicles, heavy damage, and 1 bad guy in custody. That's the scene in Woodhaven tonight. With the night cam, Tim Pamplin, Local 4
Wild scene. All right, Tim. It has been 2 months now since former Inkster police officer William Melendez got out of jail for beating Floyd Dent during a traffic stop. Well, now he's being sued by another man who says he was beaten. Stephen Abdullah is suing the city, Melendez, and 2 other officers for an incident in 2014. Abdullah says he was arguing with his girlfriend when the officers came to the home. He alleges the 3 officers then beat him up and he ended up in the hospital. He accuses the 3 officers of gross negligence and excessive force.
We're learning new information about an inmate's plan to escape a courthouse, and that fellow inmates knew and were asked to help. Back in July, Larry Gordon wrestled a gun away from a court deputy in Berrien County. He wounded 1 deputy, killed 2 officers, and held a civilian hostage before being killed by police. Well, inmates say Gordon was angry when he heard he wouldn't receive a shorter sentence. He had targeted certain officers and tried to recruit others to help. None of them warned officers of the potential threat.
A new rideshare law went into effect today for Michigan. It regulates carriers like Uber and Lyft and puts them under the same guidelines as taxis and limousine services. We bring in Jason Colthorpe, who's live in Greektown tonight. And I guess the question that a lot of Uber and Lyft riders want to know is if it's going to change their lives.
It doesn't look so, Devin, and especially if you ask their drivers, they don't seem to think so. It's not going to hurt them. Although, if you ask these drivers, they wouldn't mind if it did hurt them a little bit. It's that price war going on between Uber and Lyft that has one driver surprisingly telling me he wishes these regulations actually went a little further.
That's the airport there, and it's surging.
What's not surging are worries over Michigan's new rideshare law. Mike Powell has been driving for Uber and Lyft for 2 years and says the new law basically makes him legal.
I've not really changed nothing other than the police just can't harass us as much, because technically Uber has never been legal.
But now rideshare drivers must have the proper license, undergo criminal background checks, have their vehicles inspected, and have their logos in the window, just like limousine and taxicab services.
New sign rideshare, that's new.
The new law already evident at Metro Airport.
And that's where we have to go in for ground transportation to pick up passengers now.
Putting them side by side with taxis and Metro cars. The law doesn't regulate fares with ride shares, which means the cost of your ride isn't going up, and neither are the driver's wages.
When I started out 2 years ago, it was $1.20 a mile. Now it's 70 cents a mile.
I think it's fair.
Cab fares are regulated, and this driver tells me the new law is a good first step to putting drivers on an even playing field.
That's all we want, is regular regulations for everyone.
Yeah, they sure do. And the other thing is when you talk about these Uber and Lyft drivers saying that it shouldn't change too much, it's because, as Powell explains to me, most of those drivers already have a lot of the new regulations in place, and even if they have to get a couple of the new ones, should only cost them a few extra bucks a year. Live in Greektown tonight, Jason Colthorpe, Local 4.
Well, Jason, of course, when Uber and Lyft first came along, cabbies weren't big fans. It got rather acrimonious. You've been talking to the drivers tonight, how they feel about that relationship between the services now.
I think that's cooled off. I certainly wouldn't say that they're on each other's Christmas card list just yet, but the interesting thing, Devin, is with this new law, they're going to end up at the same place in airports now. They're going to have to be in the same place to pick up passengers.
Yeah.
So there's going to be a lot more interaction now, so we're going to see how that relationship has evolved.
Fascinating.
Back to you.
All right, Jason. Well, a cat in Milford, I think you'd have to say is down to 8 lives now. Ann also lost a leg after getting caught in a hunter's trap.
Yeah, officers got the call. A little guy was stuck in a wooded area near Milford Road. They immediately rushed him to a 24-hour animal clinic. He's been named Bucky, and they say once he recovers, he'll be available for adoption to live out his life as an indoor cat, of course, because he'll have 3 legs.
Right,
but he's named after, if you're familiar with the Avengers, he's named after the character.
You were right on that when you heard that was the cat's name. That's
yeah, really. All right, a family almost run over by an angry shopper, but they had nothing to do with her rejection at the register. Why? She was so angry.
Also, an officer charged for what was caught on his partner's body cam. You'll see why his bosses say he crossed the line. Hey there, Ben.
Devin, sunshine's back in the morning, just like it was yesterday, but temperatures will not be anything like what we saw this morning, and we're only telling you half the story. More on that coming up.
I'm Hank Winchester. Help me, Hank. Coming up after the break, well, we all want to keep our pets safe. We'll show you why reading the nutrition labels on what they eat is more important now than ever before. That story is new tonight.
Feeding our furry friends the right food. It's a worry for a lot of pet owners.
I just try to stay away from anything that I don't recognize.
Look for natural, fresh.
Well, we all want to feed our pets the best food possible, but what do we really know about what we're giving them to eat?
One expert says we are perhaps not paying attention to the things that really matter. Hank Winchester has advice for that in tonight's Help Me Hank report.
Our pets, well, they're members of our families. That's why you want to make sure their food they're eating, well, that's actually good for them. As you'll see, sometimes the labels can be confusing and misleading.
We all remember dog food commercials like this.
Wow, my dog doesn't do that. Yeah, she gets pretty excited about her kibbles and bits.
But now they're just a little bit different.
That slow roasted chicken, a carrot, you'll see them in every dish from Nutrish Recipe.
So why the switch? University of Florida Associate Professor Dr. Richard Hill says it's more a reflection of society.
People want to feed their dogs like they feed themselves.
People at the Midtown Dog Park agree and say they look for all natural products for their pet.
I just think it's best for the dog. You don't really want to give them something you wouldn't want to eat. Just reading those top ingredients to make sure I recognize all the labels.
So we basically try to look at the ingredients so we know how to pronounce and we know what they are. And if we do, then it's a win.
They really should pay less attention to the ingredients and more attention to the nutrients that are present in the food.
He says look for complete and balanced on the label, and that the food meets the nutritional profile by the Association of American Feeding Controlling Officials, or AAFCO.
If a dog eats this food, it will get all the nutrients that it needs, and it doesn't need any supplements.
You've probably heard words like byproducts and meal. He says meal just means the meat has been cooked and rendered into a dry product. Byproducts just means the rest of the carcass.
What does a cat normally eat? It eats mice. It eats birds. Doesn't slice off the meat. All right, doesn't take just the breast, all right, and leave the rest. It eats the whole thing, right? It needs to eat the whole thing because the whole thing contains all the nutrients it needs.
He also says one of the biggest myths out there, that dogs can't eat carbs and that foods with them are unhealthy.
In fact, dogs are able to deal with that quite.
Okay, so what about the fancy brands versus the average dog food you may find at your local grocery store?
It's a bit like if you buy different cars, right? You can buy an expensive car and you can get a cheap car. They both will probably get you to Orlando, but one might be a better experience.
However, Hill says there are some mistakes that most pet owners make. The first one, keep your pet's food in the house in an airtight container.
Buy smaller bags of food. So you need to be, your animal needs to be eating this inside a month.
Next, most of us are feeding our pets way too much.
Make sure that your animal stays lean, it'll stay healthier, it'll live longer.
And finally, many give their pets way too many of their calories in their treats.
There have been pet food scandals in the past, but the best thing that you can do is pay attention to your pet, to their behavior. See if you notice any changes in their overall well-being, and of course, maintain a good relationship with your vet. I'm Hank Winchester. Help me, Hank. Back to you.
Eunice looks just as good on TV as Hank.
Eunice was ready for her star turn there. It's stunning to learn that complete and balanced actually means something.
Who would have
instead of
that?
just sort of words.
Right.
Yeah,
Fascinating
wild
stuff.
Here's a look at what Defender Karen Drew has coming up tomorrow night.
It's a new way for local police departments to train.
Get back into your vehicle.
We're not just training on the range anymore. Drop the gun, drop the gun! Moving left. We're actually putting officers in a decision-making situation.
Taser, taser!
And the defenders take you along. There was a lot going in, and I was so nervous that one of them was going to be a kid.
Put the gun down!
And Local 4 Defender Karen Drew, I'll have that story tomorrow at 11.
All right, and the job of following Eunice falls to Ben. Sorry, buddy. Good luck with that.
I got my scooper in my back pocket, so hopefully I won't step anything over to the wall. Man, it is going to be cold.
Yes.
If you're going to be walking your pooch tomorrow morning, You saw that dog with a coat on. Maybe you want to do that tomorrow morning. It's 32 right now. That's the air temperature. And by the time we head towards tomorrow morning, we'll be seeing more of this down here as far as the air temperatures go. But look at the wind chills up to the north. Already single digits, Marquette and Alpena. And yes, we will be seeing that once we get towards tomorrow morning. Outside right now, though, 32. We've got a wind chill of 21 with that north wind at 17. We saw those gusty winds that were in that 20, 25, even up to 30-mile-an-hour range today. Those are starting to subside a little bit. By morning, they'll be lower, but when temperatures get this cold, of course, just any wind is really going to make a difference in how it feels. We're also watching just the Lake Huron shoreline for the possibility of some bands of snow that'll just brush that area. It's going to be overnight into early parts of tomorrow if it happens. The vast majority of us are going to be mostly clear and dry as high pressure settles in. So a lot of sunshine tomorrow. And then again, as we get into Thursday, however, showers start rolling in early Friday morning. And that's just the first of several chances that we'll have over the 3-day stretch from Friday through the end of the weekend. Let's look at wind chills in our 4-zone forecast, and yes, single digits even in our metro zone. 7 in West Bloomfield. You'll wake up to 9 in Troy. 11 in the city is how it's going to feel tomorrow. South zone, a lot of single digits, slightly warmer out here in Monroe County towards the lake, and some of our coolest numbers are going to be in the west and north zones. Those wind chills anywhere between about 6 and 10 above 0 in our west zone, and getting close to the big goose egg up here in Sanilac County. We'll call it 4 above in Marlette and Sandusky, but hey, well, it's a few degrees among friends, right? By the time we get into tomorrow, we'll go from this 20-degree low tonight to high temperatures just above freezing in the afternoon to 36. Sunshine will be there, but again, it's not going to feel like it did today. We almost hit 60, got to 59 officially for a high today. 62 is in the forecast on Friday after those morning showers roll in. Then we'll cool down just ever so slightly on Saturday and Sunday. That's still above average, though, for this time of year, but it is going to be wet. So plan some indoor activities.
First cold, then wet. So we got all that going for us.
Really.
Yeah, but the sun's going to be out there tomorrow.
That always helps.
There's that.
Yep. A police officer finding himself on the wrong side of the law tonight after this confrontation captured on the body cam of one of his partners.
And it slowed them down, but didn't stop them. We now know what caused this plane carrying Michigan's men's basketball team to crash in Ypsilanti. We know a little more about what caused a plane to crash while the U of M men's basketball team was on board.
NTSB says the plane ran off the runway after executing what's called a rejected takeoff. Pilots aborted the takeoff because of that huge windstorm we had that caused all the power outages and so many other problems. The plane ended up with significant damage. A lot of people shook up, but fortunately no one was seriously injured.
The father of the 2 brothers involved in an accidental shooting is in custody tonight. His 14-year-old son was shot after his 10-year-old son got hold of his loaded shotgun. It happened last night at the family home on Detroit's east side. The teen is in critical condition.
A police officer in Springfield, Illinois is charged with battery after attacking a 19-year-old man.
He's good. He's good. Don't do it. Don't do it.
You all right? Put your hands behind your back. Put your hands behind your back.
He's good. Don't do it. Don't do it.
This was the body camera from another officer recording the confrontation. The officers were responding to a domestic disturbance when that officer got into an argument with a male family member who was actually not the suspect they were investigating. The officer ended up pushing the man to the ground and punching him repeatedly, as you see. The other officer reported it to a supervisor, and it's led to criminal charges.
Police are calling this assault with a deadly weapon. It all started because Walmart wouldn't let the driver return batteries. The woman was angry with the San Francisco area store for not accepting the items. Security cameras caught her peeling out of her parking spot there, almost hitting a group of people, including a 3-year-old child. She then continues to back up, not caring about the people still trying to dodge her car there. Police are still searching for that woman tonight. Well, we all know alligators live in Florida, normally in ponds or lakes, but one decided to make its home in the middle of a residential neighborhood.
Actually under the neighborhood, really, when you think about it. This trapper, yes, he is pulling a 9-foot alligator out of a sewer outside of Tampa. They tell us despite its enormous size,
jeez,
just pull him right out. There you go. He was, as they told, relocated to a more appropriate location. This is the alligator relocation program in Florida. I don't know where a more appropriate location is for a 9-footer.
But you know alligator meat is good if you've ever had
That's
it.
the location you want to be in
Right.
a local restaurant.
It's good. It tastes like chicken.
Tastes like gamecock, is that what you're telling me?
Watch it.
Yeah.